Hey guys, Rob Toohey here. This video will be about the magic shops, the 5e magic shops and items rarity tables. You see I have that open here in my library, as well as the D&D Dungeon Master's Guide. Now, just as a note, if you do not own the Dungeon Master's Guide, you can still use this module because there is a second version of it that works only with the SRD. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Dungeon Master's Guide version. But if you just have the SRD that comes with Fantasy Grounds and you don't own the monster or the Dungeon Master's Guide, you can still use it. So let's go here to Story and go to Instructions. And I'm not going to read this out loud verbatim. I'm just going to go down and show you what it's got in here. First thing is a population chart, which I find to be really cool because it'll show you different size cities, as it were: Thorpe, Hamlet, Village, Small Town, Large Town, Small City, Large City, Metropolis. The population ranges. And then what you can buy a magic shop in any one of those cities. So for example, we use Village. Anything under 25 gold pieces in the player's handbook you can get. There's a 50% chance you're going to get a common item, up to 6 of them. A 25% chance you're going to get an uncommon item, up to 4 of them. No chance of a rare or very rare or legendary inside of a village. So that's a bit about how that works. The numbers in the population chart can be manipulated in the tables themselves if you are so inclined. If you want to open those tables and change those, you can do that, but I have it set up that way. Magic items, or sorry, list by rarity. So let's just choose rods. You can go here and look at the table for what the rarity is, what level the character needs to be, and what the price ranges are for those. And then it'll just give you some examples. If you want a quick example of a rare rod, you can go grab one of these: Rod of Rulership, Rod of Tentacles. Sometimes you see doubles because the tables roll randomly, so it might come up with doubles of things, especially if there's only a couple to choose from. It might roll 3 things and there's only 2 examples. It's gonna obviously double it. But that's just to give you a quick grab for any item based on the different categories for the different rarities. So the next thing, whoops, hello, I closed it. So there we go. So that was these. Okay, so the next thing is the cost tables. Now, this is useful if you have an item, like, say, for example, if a potion of healing is 50 gold pieces normally, but let's say you want to play where you want to assign an arbitrary price to it. So that's a common magic item that is 50 to 100 gold pieces. So you can open this up, roll the number, and now it's 77 gold pieces. It'll just give you a random number between 50 and 100. If you're doing something that's legendary, it'll cost you between 50,000. I burped on the video, everybody. 50,000 and 500,000 gold pieces. So you can open this up and it rolls it. It's going to cost you 493,697 gold pieces. Insane. But anyway, those are the 5 rarity levels and the costs that you can roll a random number for. Random magic items by rarity. So in D&D 5th edition, the only common magic items are potions and scrolls. Uncommon magic items include all 9 categories, and so does rare and very rare and legendary. So if you wanted to roll, let's say, a very rare set of armor, you could go here, you could roll on the table, and it'll tell you dragon, scale, mail. And if you click on it, of course, it opens the link to the item. Next thing is magic shop creation. Now, this is the exciting part, at least to me. You can create a magic shop in any size city. So let's just use small town, for example. So there's a couple things that it randomizes here for you to give you a description of it, and then it's going to roll. It's going to roll 8 times on the small town common magic items, and it's going to roll 6 times on the uncommon table for small town. Rare, it's going to roll once, and then for very rare and legendary, it's not going to roll at all because those don't exist in such a small place. So let's see what we get. This small town presents a seller of fine sundries located at the Augury Place. The owner, Joyd Fox, a male gnome, offers to show you the mundane and magical items that may be present. If all items are sold out, that means there are no magic items available. They are so rare. Player's Handbook sundries available, all costing 50 gold pieces and less. So he's got a Scroll of Identify, he's got a Potion of Climbing, he's got a Scroll of Detect Evil and Good, and a Potion of Healing. So He's sold out of everything else. Now, say for example, somebody says, I want to buy the Potion of Climbing. So that's a common magic item. It's got a listed range of 50 to 100. So if you come down here to common, 50 to 100, you can roll on the table and tell that player, hey, that's going to cost you 84 gold pieces. So that's how you can do that. Let's do one that's a little bit more exciting. Let's do let's do Metropolis. That's the biggest one. So let's roll it. This metropolis has a caretaker of fine pieces located at the Afternoon Delight Place. The owner, Prim Stevens, a female elf, offers to show you the mundane and magic items that may be present. So they've got a potion of healing and climbing. Those are unlimited at DM discretion because it's a metropolis, so you can sell as many of those as you want. Immovable rod. Look at all these common items, all this stuff. And again, you click on any one of these, and you know they show up if you've got the Dungeon Master's Guild, Dungeon Master's Guide. That is, you can see what's on my mind. It's odd that Dungeon Master's Guide is DMG and Dungeon Master's Guild is also DMG. So you scroll down. There's a rare, there's very rare, and then there's legendary. So legendaries are sold out. So there's no legendaries. And when it says sold out twice, that just means it tried to roll 2 times on the table, and it didn't get anything. So those tables have the percentages built into them based on those, based on the thing that I showed you at the beginning, which was the population size chart. So you see here in a metropolis, there's only a 2% chance that you're going to get, and that's per DM discretion. Now I can open that table and show you that. Let's go look for the table, which is under settlements. Yeah. Okay, so Metropolis, legendary. So you see that it rolls a D100, and only if it gets a 1 or a 2 does it give you an item. Otherwise, it gives you sold out. So you can change those percentages to what you want. You can make it 50% or whatever you want to do. But I just did this table, what I thought would be best, because legendary items you should hardly ever find, maybe once in your career. So, you know, it should be a small chance. But again, DMs have the freedom to change those as they see fit. Random Magic Shop Anywhere. This is just a more verbose, random kind of story generator that you can roll and then add in the magic shop to it. So let's just do an example. This Thorpe, population 8, holds a cellar of fine stuffs located at the new Kaka's Emporium. The owner, Joy Sipik, a female human, offers to show you the mundane and magic items that may be present, and then you can roll on the Thorpe and then generate that and add it in, and all she has is nothing. She has absolutely nothing. She has anything costing 5 gold pieces in the player's handbook or less, and no common magic items, because it's a Thorpe and there's only 8 people that live there, so why would they have a magic item? But I think that's kind of cool to kind of play it out percentage-wise based on the size of the location. Now the last thing, which I find super exciting, is generate a random parcel of magic items. These tables decrease the number of items as they get more rare. Adjust as you like. Again, you can go into the tables and adjust them. But let's do a common magic item parcel and see what we get. So let's just roll it up. And let's say your adventurers are out and they're in a cave and you don't have a parcel for them, but you want a bunch of magic items to give them. Let's roll up a common parcel. Bam! Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so this rolled up. Potion of Climbing, 3 potions of healing, Scroll of Featherfall, Hellish Rebuke, Illusory Script, Mending, Ray of Frost, and Resistance. So that's a pretty good parcel for common items. Now let's do Legendary. Let's flip the script here. Now this should be very little stuff or maybe nothing. So let's just see what we get. So 2 items, Rod of Resurrection and Hammer of Thunderbolt. So if your party finds that, they have got it going on. So there you go. That is it for the magic shops and item rarity tables, everybody. I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you in the next video.